Hey, this is Digital Dave with another cryptocurrency and blockchain update here on this beautiful island of Koh Samui, Thailand. Been in Thailand almost 9 years, and it's an amazing, amazing country. It has everything except for snow skiing. Has everything but snow here, but everything you could possibly want is right here. So, why is that important? Because the Secrecy Party is going to be next year if all things go as planned. It was going to be this year originally, but as you know, some things got in the way, travel restrictions. It's just not easy to get here. I hope by next year things are going to be a lot easier. The requirements are going to be a lot easier to get here. I'm hoping, because we're shooting for Q2 for the Crazy Cryptos Party, and the Secrecy Party was mentioned in the Theta white paper, and how an NFT can be used as not just as a collectible, not just as art, but as a pass to get into like an event like this one. It can unlock content. There's the DRM, digital rights management. It can give you all kinds of access. So NFTs are more than just artwork. I posted on Twitter yesterday about, speaking of artwork, why I like NFTs is because it's actually a visual and artistic representation of a cryptocurrency. Okay. So cryptos, the whole space can get very competitive. It definitely can get very toxic, like my coin is better than yours. I get that all the time. And, we should all be very grateful that we're in the space, the most amazing space ever, because this is the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of the world is happening right now. Just being in this space, just having Bitcoin alone, and maybe some Ethereum, and maybe a little bit of Bitcoin, however you want to do it. Just those two blue chips are going to do well for you. There's some other ones that are going to do a lot better than that, or will continue to do better than that. But let me get back to NFTs. So I put in my tweet that that NFTs can bring communities together, and once you buy an NFT, then you're kind of a part of that club for that particular NFT, and anybody can join. You just buy the NFT. The most recent example was the Secret Pineapple Societies that NFTs that were dropped on ThetaDrop.com. Just recently, a couple days ago, I believe is when the auction ended. I did a video with Rob at Digital Asset News, and I did the video a couple days prior to the drop, and I said, hey, these Secret Pineapple Society NFTs, I just have a good feeling about them. I think they're going to do really well. And I gave a price prediction. I said, I'm probably going to be the first person in history to give price predictions for NFTs. And I go through, there's a lot of criteria that I go with, but price predictions doesn't mean it's going to happen. It just means that based on the current trajectory, the sentiment, the momentum it has, and if a project continues with their white paper, and if they do the marketing, of course, too, then this is the targeted price. Sometimes these price projections, they hit, sometimes they don't. People get upset when they don't. But these are just price targets, all they are. I did give a price target for the SPS NFT drop, and I said that that video with Rob, and I think I did a video prior to that too, my own video. I said that these SPS NFTs will probably have a minimum floor price of, well, that's the same thing, minimum and floor price of $5,000 in a year. Right now, the floor price is about $800-900 from a launch price of $200. So almost a 5x on your money right off the bat if you bought one of those. The containers, the unopened packs, quote unquote, containers are selling for near $2,000. I think $1,700-1,800 last time I looked. So this is basically, you buy the pineapple container and you can just keep it. It's kind of like a card pack. You can buy a card pack of whatever, baseball cards or whatever, and you can keep it unopened, or you can open it up and maybe you've got a rare gem in there. Speaking of rare gems, a member of the Crazy for Cryptos Patreon group pulled a extremely rare gem, maybe one of the rarest ones in the whole 8888 bunch. It was one that looked kind of like a dog, a very familiar cartoon dog that everybody knows what it is. And this looks like a unique piece. I'm just going to go and say it is, but I don't have the numbers. I don't have the spreadsheet to say it's a unique piece, but it looks like a unique piece. And this person reached out to me and said, hey, what should I do with this thing? Should I sell it now while the sentiment's high, or should I hold on to it? And so I did a post on Patreon. I said, there's a couple of NFTs that sold for $35,000 and $50,000. Those resemble familiar characters. So one sold for up to, one sold for 50,000, one sold for 35,000. I said, there's no reason why this won't sell for that much. It might go for even more, especially if you hold on to it. If the Secret Pineapple Society continues with a roadmap, then I see no reason why this thing won't be worth 100K in the future. And some people commented and said, hey, it might be, that might be low, and I'm happy to say low and it goes higher. Some people were saying it might go a lot higher than 100K in the future. There's no guarantees. It's up to the user, up to the owner of any NFT. Should you sell it now, flip it for a quick profit, or you hold on to it and just let it incubate? I like to say incubate. Let it incubate. Maybe it becomes as rare or as valuable as a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT, which those are going for about $200,000. When I first talked about Bored Ape Yacht Club, they were 160. They went to 40,000 in no time. Probably because there were some celebrities that bought that, and then they, let everybody know about it. Jimmy Kimmel was one that bought a Bored Ape Yacht Club. Maybe these SPS NFTs are going to be the next Bored Ape. That's a stretch to say they're all going to be that valuable. But there are some rare gems in there. Like I said, one's already sold as much as 25,000, 35,000, and maybe this dog one maybe it's the best one in the bunch. I don't know. The SPS people, they reached out to me and said, hey, we would like to make your own personal pineapple NFT, which they were kind enough to do that. And so, I just thought it was really cool that they did that. And so here it is. And, it's got the matching hair. It's got the matching glasses that I wear a lot of times. And most importantly, it's got the green screen background, which is unique. And it also has the initials on the chest there. It's a unique piece, but all the creators that had a pineapple in their likeness, these are all unique pieces as well. They're going to be valuable if they ever decide to sell them. It's up to each individual creator that if they get a pineapple NFT, if they want to sell it or hold on to it. I would advise, I can't advise, but I would say, I can advise myself all day long, hold on to it, because I think it's going to be really, really valuable. Again, these are unique pieces. And I was able to hook up a few people to get in on the pineapple and Theta drops, future Theta drops. So, the ultimate wealth is not having money. The ultimate wealth is being the connector. And being a connector is the ultimate value, because once you start connecting people, they're gonna have reciprocity, and they're gonna come back and say, hey man, I remember when you hooked me up with this, when you told me about this, maybe you told me about Theta, or you told me about Chainlink when it was 35 cents. They're going to come back. Most people will, not all, but as a whole, most people will come back and say, hey, I remember what you did a long time. You connected me with this person, and this person really changed my life or whatever. That comes back to you in spades. It comes back to you in multiples when you start putting people together. Okay, so just a little, I got to throw in some universal advice in there. I think it's important for people to know this stuff. Back to NFTs. I get a little bit of pushback because people don't understand NFTs and they just think it's just digital JPEGs, and that's all you're buying it. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I just want you guys to know JPEGs, well, there I go. NFTs, oh boy, I'm in trouble now. NFTs are, everybody's going to have an NFT in, a decade. They're going to use it to unlock games. There'll be like software passes. Like I said, live event passes like the Crazy Cryptos Party, unlock content and video games. Maybe it's going to be like a skin in a game. That's what they already are. You got to learn how to get an NFT. Here's the best way to start. This is the easy way to do it. You can go to OpenSea.com, or is it IO, whatever. It's OpenSea.io. OpenSea.io. And hook up your MetaMask wallet. It's a little bit tricky. I've got tutorials on how to do the MetaMask hookup, but here's the way to get in. This is the baby step. Always do things simple. Just start simply, and then just work your way up. Or just stay on this platform. Go to ThetaDrop.com. Open up a free account. Okay, it's so easy to do that. Open up a free account on ThetaDrop.com. There are going to be drops coming up. We've got Katy Perry coming at the end of this year. That's going to be a big one. That's what's going to be a big one. We got Ivory Jones, the artist that created the Theta Warrior. He's got a drop coming up. So these are the two big ones that I'm looking for. I want to support Ivory because he's been very You know, he did some great artwork for the Theta Warrior, but he's been very grateful. And when people are grateful to me, then I reciprocate in spades back to them. He's been very grateful that I hooked up with that and with Theta Drop, and that always comes back even more when people are thankful for what I've done for him. But I'm looking forward to him because I want to support him. And Katy Perry is just going to be great. I'm really anxious to hop on some of those NFTs. You know, probably buy some for a profit, and probably buy some just to hold for a while. Katy Perry is going to be huge. If you want to prepare for that, these upcoming drops, buy some Tfuel. Not financial advice. Get some Tfuel. A lot of Tfuel is going to be used for Katy Perry. Get some Theta if you don't have any Theta. By the way, thank you to the Theta Labs team who sent me some apparel. Finally, after I made my first Theta video 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. It was 23 months ago. And they finally sent me some merchandise, so I'm very grateful for that. I never won anything out of them. I never asked anything for them, but they did send me a hat, t-shirt, and a hoodie. And I'm wearing the t-shirt right now, obviously. So I appreciate that. And they were thanking me for all the support I've done for them early on. And I'm like, you know, thank you for hooking me up with Theta Drop, being the first individual to have a drop on Theta Drop, and being one of the first, having one of the first stream keys on Theta.tv. I'm grateful for that as well. I mean, see how this works? You reciprocate, it comes back. This is how wealth is created. It's not always about digits in your bank account or paper notes in your wallet. Wealth is reciprocity. It's providing value and having value come back to you. Appreciation is being grateful and being appreciative of what somebody's done for you is a big thing. It's a good way to return some things that you've done for people. All right, I'm rambling. People say, Dave, you ramble too much, and it is absolutely true. I will not fight that at all. Okay, go to thetadrop.com, deposit some Tfuel into your account. It's easy. It shows you the address. You just click on your account at the top right hand corner, and click on your balance, and it'll show your Tfuel address. And you can just go ahead and copy paste that code into your, however you're going to get your Tfuel, and send Tfuel. Just send 5 Tfuel there as a test. And if you mess it up, you've lost 5 Tfuel. You lost $1.50 current price. So you just practice. And then when you get some Tfuel in there, buy the cheapest NFT that you can. This is just practice. And then if you want to buy some of the higher end ones, like buy an SBS NFT, which are $800, $900 at this moment, do that, or buy some of the cheaper ones. Okay. Realize that you will need to do KYC to sell on there. So if you want to withdraw your Tfuel or withdraw an NFT on there or sell an NFT on the platform, it's easy. You just hit buttons, a couple of buttons, and you're selling. You're going to need to do KYC though, just letting you know. So Theta Labs and Theta Drop is fully compliant with their KYC, and I commend them for that. They're doing everything by the book, so there's going to be no issues down the road. Okay, I like that they're doing that. Just practice on there, get you an NFT. Once you get your first NFT, you're going to want a second one, you're going to want a third one. Then you're going to see, in most cases, the value is going to go up right away. Sometimes they take a little while to what I call incubate. And maybe some NFTs that didn't go up right away, maybe there's a surprise for some of those. You never know, people that hold those. So realize that things can move behind the scenes. Some people don't realize what's going on behind the scenes. You don't, because 99% of all things are invisible. Okay, so there's so much going on that you don't aware of, that I'm not aware of. Things are just churning, and it feels like nothing's moving, but things are moving. Theta Labs is moving. They got a lot of flack when they started doing the drops on Theta Drop. People were saying, "Oh, you're losing focus." They realized that NFTs are part of their whole scope. Kyle Laffey, who I worked with for doing the Theta Warrior, I've been chatting with him for a while, and he says, you guys are going to see how all this NFT stuff and them being part of the Theta, the Thetaverse, being part of the Metaverse, how it's all going to be all intertwined together. It's all going to connect. And he says, you guys will realize that later on. Did you guys catch that? Put it in the comments below if you caught what Kyle said during that live stream. If you caught that, I'm like, see, it's all going to come together. Just don't get impatient with some of the prices. Sometimes the prices, they stay stagnant, and then they blow up. And you're like, oh yeah, okay, now it makes sense. Okay, this is DD. That's all I got. I'll see you guys next time.